And you will also see a lot of puddling and feeding in Mexico. So you typically see a lot of feeding going on here in the Midwest as they're, getting ready to lay eggs or as they're going back down to Mexico. So the photo on the right just shows a bunch of butterflies, hanging out there in those flowers, soaking up some of that nectar. They'll typically cover that flower because in the mountains, there's not a lot of flowering plants up there. It's mainly just trees. And so the butterflies need to drink just like we do, but they obviously can't land on that water. So instead, they're going to sip up the liquid from the muddy soil. And that not only provides the moisture, but also salts and dissolved minerals that the butterfly needs. So the male uses those minerals to produce pheromones that they use to attract their mate. And these minerals are passed on to the female during reproduction, and these are just to help support her egg laying. So I'm going to play a video here where you can see them puddling. And if you're not along like a creek side, you can just take your water bottle and pour out a little bit of water onto the ground, and the monarchs will just like swarm to that space because they're looking for that water. You're also going to see a lot of mating. So mating can occur either sitting in the tree at the top photo there, or it can occur on the ground above the creek bed. It also can occur like in the air. So you'll often see these two butterflies clinging together, and then they'll land during that final moment on the ground. And once the male is attached to that female, the process takes up to 16 hours. And in monarchs, the breeding season for individuals, they are sexually mature at 4 to 5 days after they emerge as adults. And that generation that migrates is not sexually mature until after the overwintering period. So this is a video coming up here in 2020 that I took in Sierra Palone. And basically we had rode the horses up, we got off, we hiked a little ways, we started to see more and more butterflies. And then we got to this old creek valley and we started to walk down that, and we were just surrounded by monarch butterflies. Like, I like to tell people this felt like I was in a snow globe of monarch butterflies. And so as it gets like later in the season, you're going to see less of that clustering and more like what the scene is here with those butterflies flying out from Mexico. This is also another photo from Sierra Palone as they're getting ready to migrate. So it's important when you're there to sort of look in and take in all the viewpoints that you can, because you're going to notice something different happening kind of at every level there. So this one, you can kind of see a few butterflies flying in and out. And some years, or right when they first start that migration to move out, you'll see so much that the screen where it's blue, the sky there would be covered just in monarchs. So in Macheros, it's a tradition that you climb up to the rooftop and you watch the sunset. And those are some of my highlights from my trip. And I just wanted to share this quote because it sums up the feeling that I had when I was surrounded by monarchs. So when you stand in a monarch sanctuary, your soul is shaken and your life is changed. So I hope that we have inspired you today to take action, and we have some resources that are available for you. So through the Living Roadway Trust Fund, you can get posters that are about monarchs and milkweed. So here's one side of it. And there's the other side that talks a little bit more about that life cycle. And you can see it as it goes from the egg to the caterpillar all the way through when it starts to emerge from that chrysalis. We also have a poster about butterflies and moths. So some of those that Nick talked about earlier on there. Front and back side for you. And then we also have a variety of booklets that are about pollinators of Iowa, tree booklets, and other native plantings or seed plantings. And then this is just a list of resources. So these are some really great websites that you can go to for more information about anything and everything that you wanted to learn about monarchs. So you can learn about the life cycle, you can learn about plants, how to tag them, how to raise them, all really great sites. And then if you want to know the B&B that I stayed in was Sierra Palone butterfly, and there's our website there. And if you're interested in tagging with us this year, we're going to partner with Des Moines County Conservation. And on September 6th from 9 to noon, we're going to be at Big Hollow Recreation Area, which is located in Sperry, Iowa. So that's the southeast part of the state. And we are going to be tagging monarchs and running through the prairie to see what we can catch and recording that information.